D. What's up, peeps? How you doing? My name's Dr.Nima Rahmany, and I am here with the lovely D from Brisbane, Australia. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you, actually. This is the first time you've done a Facebook Live here with me, right? I'm just going to give a chance for a couple people to file on, because we're talking about relationship and career limbo, like anxiety, depression, that kind of thing. So for those who are tuning in on replay, what's up? I'm here in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and this is D. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Nima, and I've been a chiropractor for 16 years, and now I do coaching for people who are stuck in transitional anxiety. And this is why I wanted to introduce D, who I've been working with. We're just completing our program, and has had some incredible transformations. D, welcome, my dear.
Thank you, Nima. Lovely to see you.
Okay, so
Again,
yes. Can you please just give a little bit of a background of what caused you to reach out to me in the first place? Where were you at the time, and what were you going through?
I was going through absolute turmoil. So I had separated from my husband. We've been together for 19 years, 3 children. We had our own painting business, and basically I was absolutely depressed. We had issues in our marriage, and I chose to leave. So I removed myself from the marriage, and then when I met you, Nima, 18 months had passed since I'd left, and I took steps that I thought would make me feel better, and I had actually spiraled so far down into this depression and was pretty much suicidal. I thought I'd made the right decision in leaving, yet nothing in my life was working. All of my relationships were completely fractured with my children. Things were really terrible. And I didn't know what to do. I did not know. I thought I was doing everything that would help me and would help me feel better, and everything made me feel worse. Nothing was working.
Oh, okay. All right. So then you reached out to me. We had a conversation.
Yeah.
And then we got started right away. And so as a result, what have you noticed has changed over the last few months? Where are we at now? So that was where you reached out. I remember you reaching out, and I told you, this is like I tell everybody who's stuck in a limbo with their relationship. They're like, I'm leaving for the betterment of all. So why is it that I don't feel great? I haven't been connected with myself. I don't know who I am. I don't know, it's just this depression, and maybe leaving the world would be a solution, because whatever I'm doing right now just sure as hell isn't working.
No. I couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel at all.
Yeah.
I could see no light.
And
every day was a struggle.
I've been there.
Yeah.
And so when I sold my chiropractic practice, it was this identity crisis that I went through, which you were kind of sharing. You were like, I don't know who I am, what's going on. So we got to work, didn't we? And is an understatement. And so what are you noticing now? We are now literally at the end of the road of our working together. And what are you noticing? What's been going on? Where are you at now?
In a relatively short space of time, 90 days is not a long time. And the difference that I feel in myself it's night and day. And
so go ahead. And what?
So, and really my environment has not changed at all. It's all of the
How about your husband?
Fulfillment that I'm.
How about your hubby? How about your kids? Have they all changed, or what did it? What was the shift that happened that your environment's the same, but you're completely in a different space right now. Where are you at now as far as your decisions? What scary things did you do that you never thought would be possible if we didn't actually clear the underlying root cause of these problems?
Okay, so I have a new level of connection with my children and my husband, and basically all the relationships in my life. They're just different. My perspective of them is different. My communication within them is different. I don't wake up in the morning with a panic attack. You know, I wake up and I'm okay, and so then my days are flowing better from that. I have decided to enroll in a nursing diploma, which just to purely make a decision for me is massive.
That's awesome.
You know,
that was a big thing for you, wasn't it? Because you in your life have never, one of your challenges has been, you've never been able to actually take a step to knowing what it is that you want or who you are. It was always based on other opinions, other, what do you think? And is this the right thing? Is this the right call? So you made some scary steps. And what was the decision that you stepped into that wasn't possible before?
Well, right now it's that decision to enroll into a nursing diploma. That's been massive. That's been massive for me.
It's a big deal for you. That wasn't even, why weren't you, here's the question that I have that many people are going to be wondering, especially if they're stuck in a limbo themselves, whether it's career, they feel stuck and this feeling of anxiety that's permeates their lives and broken down relationships. Why do you think you couldn't decide on what your next step was to be? Why did you think at the time that you were so stuck? Why was that? Why, in other words, what I want everybody to know is, why are they not able to move forward? What's stopping people?
What's stopping people is getting clear on where you're at and why you do the things that you do.
Where in your life, why didn't you know to do a nursing program before? Like, what was stopping you?
Well, all my beliefs about myself were stopping me. The fact that I lived with constant anxiety because I was constantly battling stuff that if I just dealt with it and put that out of the way, tick that box, then I can focus on what I actually want to do with my life. But I was just in this constant cycle of reaction to life and focusing on that, where now I can just create and life it's not simple. And it's never going to be the perfect time, and there's always going to be challenges. And I would get stuck and I would focus on the challenges and how it would make me feel and why are they doing this to me and why isn't this working for me?
Victim mentality.
Yeah. And it was swallowing me up. So I couldn't move forward. Yeah. I couldn't get out of that spot.
So what happens when we all of a sudden remove the victim stories and realize that no one's out to get us? There isn't a boogeyman, dad, mom, whatever stories, ex, aren't these horrific monsters out to get us? What then emerged once you realized that and then took some massive action?
Oh my God, it just felt like a weight was lifted off. It's a clarity, that everything's okay. It's not the end of the world.
Power.
It's empowering, and that everything that happened needed to happen to get me to this point, and it's wonderful. It's not bad. It's it feels like it's the worst thing in the world that could happen, and it feels like tragedy. Yeah. But when you're able to have the tools to look at it from another perspective, you can see the magic I just couldn't see the magic before. I knew that there's magic here. I knew it. I just couldn't find it.
Beautiful. And working with people like yourself is what makes it magical for me, my dear, to be able to see this kind of transformation. And it's why I love doing what I do. And so I wanted to say ultimate gratitude for the scary steps you took, the brave actions that you took while doing it. I mean, I don't want to paint a garden path and say it's like an easy road, because I don't take on every client. I do a very strict kind of screening process to see if a person is ready to let go of their victim story and be coachable and take action, and they're committed to it. And so your kids have seen a different version of you. Your hubby's seen a different version of you. And now the world will, because they're going to get to see the benefit of you being a nurse who's serving the planet, using her gifts that have been kind of hidden because you've had all these stories. So before we go, is there anything that you would like to tell somebody who is on the fence, who's feeling like they're stuck in a relationship, or they're stuck in a career, they don't know who they are, they can't sleep at night, or they wake up in panic attacks every morning because they feel so disconnected? What would you say to these people?
I would say find someone that you get. Just follow that gut instinct, because, you know, I've done a lot of personal growth, but when I saw you, Nima, and when I heard you speak, for me, something just happened in my guts. I think it's important that we listen to our gut instinct, and sometimes you just got to go for it.
Yeah.
You know, and just get involved and just give it a shot. Give it a shot, because there's magic on the other side of fear.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And for those of you, that was the website that I had up. I show the training on drnima.com on how I take my clients through. There's 5 really critical shifts that they need to actually go through over the 90 days in order to become powerfully aligned and on purpose. And for those of you who are just like ready to jump in, I'm just going to give a little be powerfully aligned. And it is apply. Here you go. So I'm just putting that up there for those of you who are actually ready, who are sick and tired of it, who've tried it. This is only for those people who are ready like yesterday, and they want to get the results that Dee is talking about, and they're ready to do the work. They're ready to invest in themselves, and they really want to see tangible results that's beyond just crystals and affirmations and all of that. It's actually nitty-gritty work that involves you getting real and authentic. You can go ahead and just kind of like submit an application, and we'll take a look and see if this is something that you're ready for, to be able to get the results that Dee just got. And so is there anything left for, that you wanted to share with everybody before, you sign off? Like, what is it that you want people to know about your journey, about if you could save somebody else from being in that state? You see somebody and they're struggling and they're suffering. What would you say to them? And they're on the fence.
Well, one thing that I remember you saying that I've really taken on board is what I was chasing was this happiness.
Fantasy.
But I really like, it's fantasy. I've always been like that. I'm like that because we're bombarded with fantasy and with what the picture should look like and what we should be doing. What really flicked the switch for me was it's fulfillment that I'm chasing, and it's not perfect. And every day there is challenges, but since learning the tools, I'm feeling that fulfillment. I'm feeling that every day because I can jump the hurdles a lot quicker, and that's time of anxiety and panic that we're still going to all feel. It doesn't go away.
Yeah, you're going to have little triggers, right? When you get triggered, right?
Yeah, we get triggered, but there's just some really practical tools and ways that you can get over it. I'm a practical person.
Totally.
So,
yeah.
This has just empowered me. I'm ready. I'm ready for whatever comes at me and wherever I go and wherever I land, because, you know, I've made decisions, but it's a life and anything can happen.
Totally.
But I just feel ready. Like, I just feel more centered and more in the driver's seat of my life.
Powerful and free. And wouldn't it have been cool for us to learn these when we were like teenagers, you know, in school?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it have been neat to learn that? I just wanted to say thank you so much for getting so real and authentic and sharing your journey, because hopefully somebody will listen. And if this is you and it resonates with you and you feel stuck and you're actually realizing that we only have one life to live and we can choose how to create it. And if we have the right guide, then you basically can create it exactly the way that you want of your own design. So reach out, send me a personal message, and I'd be thrilled to be able to help you get the same results that we've gotten, Dee. And Dee, God bless you. I love working with you. And
thank you, Nima.
I
It's
love
been a
you.
blast.
It's been a blast, and we'll see you at the next perfect time.